I grew up in the Lutheran Church. I was saved at a Young Life meeting at age 17, but missions was never on my radar. Never really had a conversation about it or talked about it in my life up to that point. And I was focused primarily on my career.
So at 8 years old, God called me to be a missionary. And in 1985, He directed me to go into YWAM, and we did an outreach in the Philippines, and it was amazing. It was life-changing, and I knew there that God had called me into cross-cultural ministry.
Joy and I met immediately upon her return from the Philippines, and I was focused on my career. Joy was ready to go back to the mission field. We met, were engaged, and married all within 9 months. We knew the Lord had put us together. But Joy made me to agree to get a passport. And then she started praying for her husband, that his heart would be softened toward the nations and toward what the Lord wanted to do there.
So over the next 20 years, Gary and I settled into our lives together. We raised 4 kids. We're involved in our community. We did ministry together, and the spark for missions never left me, but we just really enjoyed our lives together.
On a church service one evening, a young man got up and announced that he was recruiting a team to go with he and his wife to do ministry in the townships of South Africa. And I felt like the Lord prompted me right at that moment to at least investigate. I did, and joined the team and went with them for 10 days, 2 weeks, and was involved in some incredible cross-cultural ministry. I left focused on my career, and I came back completely changed and ready to leave my career and become a full-time missionary.
I was not ready for that. I loved my church, I loved my family and friends, and I was shocked that I didn't want to go, but I didn't.
The next year was a challenge for us. We felt like we'd swapped places from 20 years earlier. We worked through it, tears and prayer and arguments and frustration, and the Lord brought us to a place where we were really both on the same page. In 2015, we joined the FMI pipeline, called to serve and to support missionaries from a field-based location. We're going to live in Bratislava, Slovakia. We know He has a place for us to serve there, as well as serve the missionaries throughout Europe. So it's not unusual for us to get asked if we're raising support to retire. And of course, I'm leaving a career, but entering a new career, one that the Lord has called us to over 10 years ago. And we're excited for that. It's a transition in our life that we've been expecting and looking forward to for a long time. It's not retirement. It's a time in our life when we are regaining energy and regaining passion for what He's called us to.
If you're feeling that call to go on the mission field, pray about it, reach out to FMI and see where the need is the greatest. It's been a long season of preparation for Gary and I, but we are really excited to get on the mission field.
Whatever your age and whatever your call, know that the Lord will be faithful to guide you and sustain you in that call. The Bible says that the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. And Jesus Himself said, pray to the Lord of the harvest to bring workers. So we who have a heart for the nation shouldn't be surprised when He calls us, regardless of age, regardless of family situation, to go ourselves.